English channel, Learn English with Nandita. Today we are going to start a new poem and deal with it, and that poem is from the main course book of class 9 CBSE Beehive. So from this book we are taking up the poem No Men Are Foreign. So let's dive into the poem No Men Are Foreign by James Kirkup. James Kirkup was a wonderful poet and artist. He was also a translator and travel writer. So as you can see, he was a travel writer. Therefore, he had traveled many parts of the world and has seen lot many things. Therefore, this poem becomes so significant because here, with this 5 stanza free verse poem, which does not have any rhyme and therefore it is a free verse, he is trying to suggest that people from across places are same, and we should celebrate these similarities and sameness, and we should not listen to the hate mongers or people who try to start wars among people, showing them the differences, showing them the boundaries. He thinks and he sends out this message that the boundaries and differences among man to man is self-made. We have created our differences and we should not be paying too much of attention to that, or attention to people saying how we are different and how we should not be being friendly to each other. He uses the figure of speech repetition with words like remember and brother. He keeps telling us that keep remembering that we are all one and we are brothers, right? So he he talks about our body parts, how we are similar, right? We might be having outer layering which is different uniforms, but the inside body and the blood that runs in the vein are same. We have the same hands, the same lines on our hands which are created through labor or hard work. We have the same eyes which sleeps and wakes up. We eat the same kind of harvest which happens to be there once we are in peaceful situation. We are all troubled by the wars, by the wintry, dry and ghastly climate. We starve in those times. We all require sunlight, we all require air, so we should be celebrating this sameness, he says. And he says that once the people start asking us to fight with our brothers, that is where the problem lies. We should not listen to such people and start wars or start animosity, because thereby we defile ourselves, we defile our own earth. That means we make our earth impure, we make the air around us impure. So that is the poem in nutshell, or that is the short summary of the poem. Okay, so No Men Are Foreign by जेम्स कर्कप. इस पोएम से ये 5 स्टैंजा का पोएम है, और इस पोएम से पोएट हमें ये बताना चाहते हैं कि हम सभी सेम हैं, हम सभी इक्वल हैं, हम एक दूसरे के भाई बहन हैं, हम सभी के पास वही हाथ है जो कि काम करती है, हमारे पास वही आंखें हैं जिसको लेकर के हम सो जाते हैं, ड्रीम्स देखते हैं. हमें सभी को ही सनलाइट की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, एयर की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. इसीलिए जब दूसरे लोग हमें एक दूसरे के साथ हिंसा करने की सलाह देते हैं, तो हमें उनकी बात नहीं सुननी चाहिए. ठीक है, क्योंकि अगर हम वॉर करते हैं, वॉर में इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, तो हम खुद अपना ही नुकसान करते हैं. जैसे कि अभी रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर में भी हो रहा है. इंडिया की तरफ से बार बार नरेंद्र मोदी या दूसरे हमारे जो EMA हैं वो बार बार बता रहे हैं कि हम पीस की तरफ हैं, आप पीस का साथ दीजिए. लेकिन दूसरे कंट्रीज़ एंड रशिया एंड यूक्रेन उस चीज़ को सुन ही नहीं रहे हैं. इससे सारे दुनिया में प्राइस राइज हो रहा है, इन्फ्लेक्शन हो रहा है, बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहे हैं. सो वी शुड नॉट पे अटेंशन टू वॉर मॉन्गरिंग पीपल. वी शुड नॉट बी हेटफुल टुवर्ड्स ईच अदर, बिकॉज वी आर we are brothers and sisters of each other. So the theme of the poem is brotherhood of humankind or mankind. The poet calls out again and again about the similarities of human beings, and he says the differences or the boundaries are human made. We should not pay attention to that. As I've already told you, the poem is a free verse. Let's go one by one, stanza wise, and I'll be telling you the word meanings, figures of speech, and important points from each stanza, right? So let's dive in. Stanza 1. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Now, this line is the line with which the poet begins the poem, and this is the line with which the poet ends the poem as well. The only difference is placing of the word strange and foreign. ठीक है. So strange and foreign को चेंज करके इसी लाइन से उन्होंने पोएम का शुरुआत भी किया है और इसी लाइन से वो पोएम को एंड भी कर रहे हैं. This is a figure of speech which is known as reputation, and it actually provides significance or importance to that particular word or that particular use, right? And in this case, this line is very important to the poem because this is the idea that he wants to percolate, right? So remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. Beneath means under. Beneath का मतलब होता है नीचे, उसके नीचे. And here you can see body breeze and which we. These are repetitive words coming one after the other with same kind of sound, same noise, right? Starting with same sound, like proud peacock, okay, or broody bully, like that. So they are alliteration. Similarly, body breathes is alliteration, which we is alliteration, because two words are coming side by side, one after the other, with the same sound beginning. What the poet is suggesting here is that we should not feel other people strange, other cultures different from us, because we all are same. Maybe our outer layering or the uniform that we are wearing, that is different, but the body inside is same, the blood inside is same. The land upon which we walk is same kind of land, same kind of earth, where our brothers from across borders also walk, and that is the earth where we all are going to go back to one day. So the part where I have used parenthesis या bracket, उसमें पोएट क्या बताना चाहते हैं कि विच वी ऑल शैल लाई, मतलब ये वही अर्थ है जहाँ पर हम फिर वापस मिल जाएंगे, इसी अर्थ में हम दफना दिए जाएंगे. सो हियर ही इज यूजिंग दैट इमेज ऑफ डेथ, है ना, हाउ डेथ ब्रिंग्स अस बैक टू दैट सेम अर्थ, एंड वी आर कमिंग फ्रॉम दैट सेम अर्थ, वी शुड नेवर forget. Okay, so through the image of land, he is suggesting how nicely that we are similar. In stanza 2, he says, they too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winters starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. So they are aware. Aware means उन्हें पता है. वही सन एयर वाटर उनको भी चाहिए होता है, उन्हें दे ऑल्सो रिक्वायर इट. दे ऑल्सो आर फेड बाय पीसफुल हार्वेस्ट. पीसफुल हियर इट इज़ अ ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट. ही इज़ एक्चुअली रेफरिंग टू पीसफुल टाइम्स, है ना. तो हार्वेस्ट कब होता है, जबकि सब तरफ सुख शांति हो, वॉर्स ना हो, राइट. तो वो कह रहे हैं कि जब पीसफुल टाइम होता है तो हम सभी को उसी हार्वेस्ट से खुश खुशी रहते हैं, प्रॉस्पेरिटी होती है. बट व्हेन देयर इज़ वॉर, व्हेन देयर इज़ ड्राई winter, harsh climate, है ना, then we get starved, है ना. What do you mean by starved? Starved means be very hungry, है ना, almost like you're going to die of hunger. तो जब वॉर होता है या क्लाइमेट बहुत हार्श होता है तो सब मरते हैं, सब भूखे रहते हैं. लेकिन जब पीस रहता है तब सब तरफ प्रॉस्पेरिटी होती है. देयर हैंड्स मतलब उन सभी के हैंड्स भी हमारी तरह है, हमारी तरह ही उन लोग हार्ड वर्किंग है. दे ऑल्सो बिलीव इन लेबर. देयर हैंड्स एंड देयर लाइन्स आर मेड आउट ऑफ लेबर. नाउ कम टू द स्टैंजा 3. Again, repetition, remember. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake. or sleep and strength that can be won by love. So don't forget that we have the same kind of eyes that sleeps and wakes and dreams. We have that same language of love, which is across places, brings about the strength and brings about the unity. So, as I was saying, that love is a uniform language across board. लव की भाषा सबको समझ में आती है. तो what he is saying is, remember they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep and strength that can be won by love. मतलब उनके पास भी वही आंखें हैं जो कि सोती हैं, जागती हैं, सपने देखती हैं, और चाहे कोई भी पावर हो, कोई भी स्ट्रेंथ हो, उसको कॉन्क्वेर करने के लिए सबके पास प्यार की भाषा है. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Again, there is a transferred epithet, common life. Here, actually, he is talking about life led by common people. So, instead of saying common people, he is using that word common before the word life. So, he is saying कि जो आम लोगों की लाइफ है वो सबके लिए सेम है, सभी कोई इक्वल है. आम जनता हर जगह एक ही तरह का जिंदगी जीती है, विच कैन बी रिकग्नाइज एंड अंडरस्टैंड, और वो बहुत आसानी से समझ में भी आती है और रिकग्नाइज की जा सकती है. Let us remember, again the word remember comes, all these every time this word remember is coming, he is actually emphasizing, है ना, वो ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस दे रहे हैं उस पोर्शन को जहाँ पर कि वो रिमेंबर करने के लिए बोल रहे हैं. Whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Okay, so here you can see in stanza 3rd as well as in stanza 4th, you can see that the line flows from 1 to the 2nd to the 3rd. In stanza 3rd, it keeps on flowing till the end of the stanza without any punctuation, without any full stop, comma, anything. Here also the first 3 lines are flowing from one to another without any punctuation. It is only in the 3rd line that there is a punctuation mark or period or full stop, right? So this kind of figure of speech is known as entrapment. राइट. सो हियर व्हाट ही इज सेइंग दैट जब भी हमें एक दूसरे को हेट करने के लिए बोला जाता है, वेन एवर वी आर टोल्ड टू हेट अदर्स, है ना, बिकॉज ऑफ आर डिफरेंसेस, दैट एक्चुअली क्रिएट्स प्रॉब्लम्स फॉर आर ओन सेल्फ. वी डिस्पोजेस आवर सेल्व्स, है ना. डिस्पोजेस मीन्स बेदखल कर देना, ठीक है. सो वी मेक आवर सेल्फ डिप्राइव्ड ऑफ आर ओन राइट्स, आर ओन प्रॉपर्टीज एंड लैंड्स. So like in the case of Ukraine and Russia war, everyone is deprived of the peace of mind. Many houses have been blown away. The children are suffering, so they are dispossessing themselves, their own selves, from anything which actually belongs to them. So that is what he is saying. They are betraying their own self. Betraying their own self मतलब अपने को ही धोखा दे रहे हैं. And they are condemning their own selves. That means they are criticizing their own self by doing the war, by walking the path of war and animosity. Okay, so remember, we who take arms against each other, and don't forget that whenever we take arms against each other, that means जब हम लड़ाई करते हैं, okay, war में जाते हैं, it is the human earth that we defile, right? So ये ज़मीन को हम impure कर देते हैं. We make the earth impure by raising war, raising animosity, raising slogans against each other. Are hells of fire and dust. Now, hells of fire and dust here is a metaphor. We all know that hell is a bad place religiously. If we know any kind of religion, it can be Hinduism, it can be Christianity, it can be Sikhism, any kind of religion you take up. Hell is a bad place where you go when you do lot of sins, है ना. जब आप पाप करते हो तब आप नर्क में जाते हो. So वो नर्क जो है उसको इक्वेट कर रहे हैं, उसको अलाइक बता रहे हैं किसके साथ, हमारे हेल्स ऑफ फायर एंड डस्ट, मतलब हमारे अंदर के एनिमोसिटी और उससे जो वॉर फील्ड क्रिएट हो रहा है. सो द वॉर फील्ड हैज़ बीन लाइकन बाय द हेल्स ऑफ फायर एंड dust. So this is a metaphor here. Outrage the innocence. That means it makes the innocence of the earth angry. Okay, the innocent soul of the earth gets angry. Outrage means angry, get extremely angry. Of air that is everywhere our own. So with war, with animosity, we create hells of fire and dust. And the war field is like hellish. It's like hell, and it destroys our earth. It defiles and damages the innocence of the earth, of the air, which is everywhere and which is of our own. जो एयर है, जो अर्थ है, जो वाटर है, इस सब को हम लोग इम्प्योर कर दे रहे हैं, इन सब को हम लोग डैमेज और डिस्ट्रॉय और स्पॉइल कर दे रहे हैं वॉर से, एनिमोसिटी से, और हम अपना ही नुकसान कर रहे हैं. दैट इज़ व्हाट द पोएट इज सेइंग. Again, that same line to end the poem. Remember, no men are foreign, no country same. In this case, he is saying foreign with the men. He is using the word foreign with the men and strange with the countries. At the beginning, he has done the opposite way. Right? So, this is the poem. And as I have already told you the summary, it is basically about us human beings and how we all human beings live on this earth like brothers, and we are same, and we have the same kind of body, same kind of bodily need like sun, air, water, clothes, housing, right? The poetic devices, as I have already discussed while we were reading stanza wise, I will like to remind you the devices once again. There are alliteration like which we, there are metaphor like hells of fire and dust. There are repetition of words like remember, brothers, and lines have also been repeated, and there is enjambment in stanzas like stanza 3, stanza 4, where one line flows onto the other line without any punctuation mark. All right, and there are also transferred epithet, right, like peaceful harvest, where peaceful actually refers to the times when the harvest are good. जब चारों तरफ पीस होती है तब हार्वेस्ट अच्छा होता है, लेकिन वो हार्वेस्ट के साथ पीसफुल लगा रहे हैं उसको emphasize करने के लिए. So that is transferred epithet, right? So it's a free verse. Remember that. That means there is no rhyming scheme. I hope you have understood the poem and you can attempt any question which will be coming for your final exams. All the very best to all of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video if you have liked it. Keep exploring, keep learning. Thank you all.